Ever wondered how your favorite breakfast and snack foods go from simple ingredients to delicious treats? Today, we're going behind the scenes to see exactly how ice cream cones, waffles, peanut butter, and more are made. Each of these everyday foods has an amazing story of craftsmanship, precision, and innovation that turns basic raw materials into something we all love. It all starts with a thin, sweet batter, similar to pancake mix, made from flour, sugar, water, and a hint of vanilla. The mixture is poured into large industrial waffle irons that bake the batter at extremely high heat for just a few seconds. Once baked to a light golden brown, the thin sheets are immediately rolled around a metal cone-shaped mold while still hot and flexible. Timing is everything because the sheet hardens within seconds. As it cools, it takes on the crisp texture we know and love. Factories can produce thousands of cones per hour with automated systems that shape, bake, and package them. Every cone is inspected for cracks and uneven color to ensure perfection. The flat-bottomed cake cone is made slightly differently, using a molded process that forms the shape inside a press rather than rolling it by hand or machine. After cooling, the cones are packaged in airtight sleeves to prevent moisture from ruining their crispness. It's fascinating how something so simple, just a bit of flour, sugar, and water, can become the perfect crunchy partner for ice cream. Waffles have been a breakfast favorite for centuries, but modern waffle production takes things to another level. In factories, the process starts with a batter made of flour, eggs, milk, sugar, and leavening agents. Unlike pancake batter, waffle batter is thicker and contains more fat for that signature golden crispness. The batter flows through a series of tubes into heated waffle irons, giant ones that can make hundreds of waffles at once. The irons close, cooking the batter at around 200 degrees Celsius, 392 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 90 seconds. As steam escapes, the waffles turn fluffy on the inside and crisp on the outside. In large-scale production, conveyor belts carry the waffles through cooling tunnels so they can be frozen quickly. This step locks in freshness and texture before packaging. Many frozen waffles are then toasted by consumers, which reactivates that original factory-baked crispness. For Belgian-style waffles, the process includes pearl sugar, small crystals that caramelize during baking, giving that distinct crunch and sweetness. Whether for breakfast or dessert, every waffle starts as a simple batter, but ends as a delicious, perfectly patterned creation. Peanut butter might seem simple, but the process behind its creamy texture and flavor is surprisingly complex. It begins with high-quality roasted peanuts. In most factories, raw peanuts are first cleaned to remove shells, stems, and debris. They are then roasted in large continuous roasters at around 160 degrees Celsius, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. This roasting enhances the peanut's natural flavor and makes the skins easier to remove. After roasting, the peanuts are quickly cooled and sent through blanching machines that rub off the skins. Split peanuts are then sorted. Some become crunchy bits, while others are ground into smooth butter. The grinding process happens in multiple stages. First, a coarse grind breaks the peanuts into small pieces. Then, a second, finer grind transforms them into a smooth, thick paste. To maintain consistency, manufacturers add a small amount of salt, sugar, and stabilizers like hydrogenated oil, which prevent the natural peanut oil from separating. Everything is mixed under strict temperature control to avoid overheating, which could alter the taste. Finally, the peanut butter is pumped into jars, sealed, and labeled while still warm. From start to finish, a jar of peanut butter can be produced in under an hour, though it took decades of innovation to perfect that creamy texture we spread on toast every morning. While similar to regular ice cream cones, waffle cones are made using a different recipe that gives them a deeper flavor and crunch. The batter contains brown sugar and butter, which caramelize during baking. Industrial waffle cone makers bake large circular wafers that are rolled by automated arms the moment they come off the griddle. The cone is then trimmed for uniform shape and checked for texture consistency. Because waffle cones are thicker, they hold more ice cream and have a stronger flavor that complements creamy scoops. Before packaging, they cool on racks to reach the perfect crispness. Some versions are even coated inside with chocolate to prevent melting ice cream from soaking through. Chocolate spread, such as hazelnut chocolate cream, follows a process similar to peanut butter, but with more steps for blending and refining. It starts with roasted hazelnuts and cocoa powder. The nuts are ground into a smooth paste, while sugar and cocoa are mixed with milk powder and vegetable oil in a separate chamber. Both mixtures are combined and refined through a series of rollers that crush the particles down to microscopic sizes. This gives the spread its silky texture. The mixture is then heated and cooled repeatedly in a conching machine, a process that enhances flavor and smoothness. Once complete, the rich chocolate spread is pumped into jars, sealed, and cooled before labeling. Every spoonful you enjoy on toast or waffles has gone through hours of careful blending, heating, and cooling to reach that perfect creamy consistency. That fluffy topping on desserts and waffles might look simple, but making whipped cream on a large scale involves precise chemistry. In factories, fresh cream is pasteurized to kill bacteria, then cooled and mixed with sugar and stabilizers. The mixture is poured into pressurized cans filled with nitrous oxide gas. The secret behind its airy texture. When you press the nozzle, the gas expands, pushing the cream out in a soft whipped form. The process replicates traditional hand whipping, but ensures consistency and long shelf life. Non-dairy whipped toppings use vegetable oils instead of milk fat, but the principle remains the same: gas infusion for lightness and emulsifiers for stability. Mass-produced pancakes begin with a batter of flour, milk, eggs, sugar, and baking powder. In factories, the batter flows through automated dispensers onto large circular griddles. As they cook, the pancakes travel down conveyor belts, flipping once to ensure both sides are golden brown. After cooking, the pancakes are flash frozen within minutes to lock in moisture and freshness. This allows consumers to reheat them easily without losing that soft, fluffy texture. Pancake factories often operate with robotic arms that handle stacking, packaging, and quality control for ensuring each pancake is perfectly round, evenly cooked, and ready to eat. Honey production combines nature's work with human precision. Bees collect nectar from flowers, which they naturally transform into honey inside hives. Beekeepers carefully extract the honeycombs and place them into centrifuge machines that spin to separate honey from the wax. The liquid honey is filtered to remove impurities, then gently heated to prevent crystallization before bottling. Natural honey requires no added sugars or preservatives. Its long shelf life comes from its high sugar concentration and low moisture. Each jar represents thousands of bees' effort, nearly 2 million flower visits for 1 pound of honey. Now that we've seen how all these treats are made, it's amazing to realize how they often come together. Each product has its own production process, yet they all share a common goal: to transform simple natural ingredients into comfort and joy. So, the next time you enjoy an ice cream cone or drizzle syrup over a warm waffle, remember, you're tasting the result of centuries of culinary evolution, refined and perfected by modern technology. That's the delicious story of how ice cream cones, waffles, peanut butter, and more are made.